Welcome to BaseNet Intermedia, a special edition of the Hollywood Backlot. I'm Jessica Moskowitz. I'm actually in Berkeley, California, and my guest is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and her name is Elena DiToro, and she is the founder and co-owner, or you're actually the owner of.
Yes, it's all me. I do everything.
It's all you. You do everything. JustMoviePosters.com. So
That's right.
Elena has joined us today, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business, her website, and what she's got going on. So Elena, tell me a little bit about your website. You're a movie poster enthusiast. You sell movie posters on your website.
That's correct.
You started the site in 2000. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. Actually, it was January 3rd. As soon as all the craziness about Y2K was over, I thought, okay, I can start a website now.
And what was your inspiration for the business?
Well, believe it or not, it was house cleaning. Over the summer, I finally cleaned out all the childhood doodads, Star Wars trading cards for episode 4, which is really the first movie if you're of a certain age.
Yeah.
And also Charlie's Angels trading cards with Farrah Fawcett. I mean, little like Tonka cars, even a slide roller. And there wasn't time for a yard sale, so I was like, oh, well, just sell it on the internet and let's see what happens. And it was very surprising. I was like, wow, people want this stuff. And I thought to myself, well, gee, video places, movie theaters, they have movie posters. How about I try selling those on the internet? And I did, and they sold. And I thought, well, why don't you put up a website? And I did. And now here's justmovieposters.com.
Awesome. So obviously just movie posters.
Yes.
And you're obviously an enthusiast of movies, because I also know that you have a blog and you write about film and movies, both older movies, new movies, all kinds of current events going on in the film industry.
Yes.
But what is your love of movie posters? Why movie posters specifically?
Well, I always loved going to the movies, and so I figured, well, gee, other people must love going to the movies too. Plus, as you know, back in college, all the cool folks in the dorms had the movie posters. So I figured, well, what the heck? How about I sell them?
What was the first movie poster you sold online?
Well, I got a bunch from a video rental place. The most memorable one in that bunch was a Brendan Fraser film called Blast from the Past, where he plays this kid whose parents, built a bunker during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and they never came out for like 30 years.
I remember Christopher Walken was the father.
And that was I actually sold it, started selling it for like $7, and these two people kept bidding back and forth for it. And it actually went up to $25.
What's your favorite movie poster? And then tell me why.
Well, I like the Pearl Harbor triptych. That's the one where it's like 3 posters, but they're all tied together by planes coming in. Maybe you're familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And I also really like Avatar, because I love the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
It's just like half of the person's face and, just a little bit of the background of Pandora.
Where do you get your posters from? Where do you source them from?
Well, all over. I go to, what used to be video rental stores, but, there are a few holdouts, but, eventually they'll go, but also movie theaters, and also sometimes friends, as they're going to the movies and they see stuff, they'll pick it up for me.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. So you have an inventory at home, or do you kind of just...
Yes, I have it at home. It's all at home.
Do you have a collection yourself at home?
Well, I did set aside a few for myself. One is Avatar, and the other 2 are The Bridges of Madison County and The Message in a Bottle, because I'm also a writer, and it's always nice to see authors have their books put on film.
That's great. Okay, so you do have a few up at home. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. I want to talk a little bit about your blog now. So tell me a little bit about some of your posts. What have your most recent posts been about?
Well, actually 2 recent posts were about successful movie franchises, and I did it part 1 and part 2.
Mm-hmm.
In the spirit of successful movie franchises, because 2, and also because there are a lot of successful movie franchises, and I couldn't put it all in one blog. And I started with, the Bond films and ended with Pirates of the Caribbean. And also another blog entry was actually sort of a warning to people who like to, collect movie posters to be on the lookout, because unfortunately there are a lot of people selling, fake movie posters as the real thing.
Oh, wow.
In fact, someone in Georgia was actually indicted on mail fraud charges for he actually created these movie posters and was selling them as, original posters, and they weren't. They were reproductions. So I basically put up like a warning to, ask questions of the seller, and if something seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Mm-hmm. I read one of your blog posts, I think it was a couple of months ago. You were talking about, you were actually defending movie posters, and a lot of people were saying that, they're not necessarily good collector's items. So tell me a little bit about, your business is based on selling them. So do you think there's a market out there for people to collect movie posters where there'll actually be some value to them in the future?
Well, for the most part, I don't recommend that people collect for investment purposes because, currently no one knows what's going to be valuable and what's going to be considered junk. And like case in point, take Citizen Kane. Mm-hmm. If that movie came out, it bombed. And like pretty much it kind of ended Orson Welles' career. Yeah. Because he remarked that he started at the top and went to the bottom. But now that's considered one of the gems of American cinema, and the movie poster is very valuable. But let's say you were an usher at the time Citizen Kane came out, and the movie manager said, okay, we could take these posters down, you could throw them out. I mean, how many people probably said to themselves, oh, I had Citizen Kane in my hand and I threw it out.
Yep. And now it's on all the top lists of the best movies of all time. You'd never know. Who would have known?
Yes, exactly. So that's really the reason why I recommend people don't buy for investment purposes. But I do recommend that people buy for enjoyment purposes. I mean, if a certain movie has great memories for you and you see the poster, I say grab it.
So what about, you told me your favorite movie posters. Let's get a little bit critical. What movie posters do you not like? Is there one that you can kind of say like, oh, that was just the worst?
Well, recently, the teaser posters for X-Men First Class. I saw those posters on the internet, and I thought, this is terrible. I mean, this is just a Photoshop job. I mean, I could have done something better. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the internet, fan-created movie posters that are very minimalistic. Mm-hmm. Basically, just one graphic. And I think, the people at Universal probably saw that and they thought, well, gee, let's do a minimalistic poster.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
What are some exciting things people can see on your website in the future? Do you have any plans for the future of your website in terms of posters to sell or promotions or anything like that coming up?
Well, I urge everyone to visit my website early and often because I'm always getting something new. And whenever I get something new, I post it on the home page of my website. And there's a link to the section as to where it is. It's listed alphabetically. And also in different sections. I sell one-sheet posters. Those are the traditional movie posters. They're 27 by 40. I also sell mini posters. They're either 11 by 17 or 13 by 19. Also some odd sizes, which are all sorts of dimensions, and the dimensions are listed in the on the web page. And so just basically check back early and often because I'm always getting new stuff, and so one of these days I could have something that you're looking for.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Elena, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to reach you and get to your website.
Twitter, Facebook, I mean, if you have any questions, you're looking for a particular movie poster, contact me there. Also, send me an email at info, @justmovieposters.com.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elena, and good luck with your business. You're a successful entrepreneur, and I look forward to checking out your site some more and maybe ordering a movie poster for myself.
Oh, please do. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
24/7?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Elena, and thanks for joining us on the Hollywood Backlot Special Edition today.